Welcome to my channel. Hello, my name is Susie and I'm with Organization with Susie, and today we're going to be going over a paycheck funds breakdown and how I budget in 2021 and 2022. If that is something that you are interested in, go ahead and keep on watching. Alright, so how I started, let me give you a little bit of a background. In 2020 of January, I started savings. I started on my savings journey, and with little less than $100 in the bank, I got fed up and said, you know what, it's time to start savings, because if anything happened, I wouldn't be able to help out. Having no savings put me in a bind where it just was like, this is it. I have to be able to save something. So with that said, I started on a savings journey where I used a formula. And this formula came from several YouTube videos that I watched talking about how much of your income should go to savings and spending. So 60% of my income went to my bills and expenses. 10%, because I'm a giver, I give back, went to tithe. 10 for spending, 10 for savings, and then 10 for investing. That went well for a very long time, and I was very surprised at the results. And I went from having little less than $100, well over, to passing my goal of well over $5,000. So I came across cash budgeting in 2021 after a friend of mine told me about the 100 envelope savings challenge. And in between that time, I never forget it, envelope number 52, I was getting discouraged. I also had my car break down, so I had to take money out of the envelopes in order to pay for the car. And I said, you know what, I need a more structured way in which to put aside funds, and then also make sure that I have my savings, and whatever other emergencies come up, I can put away for those things. So I did come across a channel, Oh My Fro Budgets, and I love her channel. And she talked about savings challenges, and then she brought out these binders and talked about sinking funds, and I needed to do more research on it because I had not budgeted or saved in any which way other than that formula. So with that said, let's get started. So with this is a little form that I have been working on since November of 2021, this year, November 19th to be exact. And I started the cash budgeting, not all cash, but a lot of my expenses actually come out of the bank. But I found that this was a very good way for me to also put money aside, or actually assign money to certain kinds of funds, and I like that. So how I began is like this. I get paid every single week, and let's say I get paid 12, 17, 21, and I get paid $1,234. And that's actually a real number. The first thing I do is I put aside for tithe, and again, that's all electronic, and that will be due 12/17, and that will be $120. And then I look at what bill is due between this paycheck and the next one. So the next paycheck is 12/24. I have utilities that I usually do on the 22nd to the 29th, but I usually pay them all around the 22nd. So I have water, which is $194. Sorry, $194. And you will mess up on your budget once you're starting, because I'm pretty new at this kind of cash budgeting, but I'm not new to the game of savings. And that is due 12/22. And electric, also 12/22, and that is for approximately $85. And my gas bill, which is surprisingly $55. Okay. Now, adding all of those up, you're going to get $454. Okay. And what I do is take away this number from this, and that leaves me with approximately $780. All right. So with that said, I have to decide on, okay, my spending. What am I going to put aside for cash? And the first is groceries. And groceries is $60. And it's usually $50, but because things have been going up, I added to this. Dining out. And that is going to be $25. And then gas. From my car, I usually work at home. I don't drive around a lot, so I don't really put a lot of gas in my tank. And that is approximately $115. Okay. Going on to the sinking funds. In my sinking funds envelope, and I'm going to combine two things and I'll tell you about it in a second. Housing is approximately $40. And how I got to this number is I look at what expenses are coming up. And one of the expenses that is coming up is my HOA fee. And that is going to be due in March. Since I get paid weekly, I like to break that down by the week, which comes out to about $40. So I know that I have, at the time, I had about 12 weeks and I wanted to put away a little bit more than what I had to spend in case some other expenses came up. Insurance. And that will be $40. Same way, I broke it down by week. Car maintenance. And that will be $40. Then I have miscellaneous, and some miscellaneous will be their emergency fund. This is like my emergency fund. And this week I'm putting a little bit more because of the holidays and some unexpected expenses I might be getting this at the end of the month. That's $110. My debt will be $100. I usually give that. Health, that will be $40. Personal, and personal is anything that I would like to do, whether it's hair, nails, or anything personal that I need. Putting aside $20. And pets, because I have one small baby chihuahua, and that's $15, and that takes care of like his nails, heartworm pill, or any other expenses that may occur, like food or supplies. Christmas, that is $75. I still have a little bit more shopping to do. And now it's the savings. Savings are not necessarily sinking funds, but I do the savings challenges to help me save a bit more. So my first savings, that's going to be $55. And that's like a $1,200 savings challenge. I have saving, that's savings 1. Savings 2 is going to be $120. And then I came up with a new savings challenge. It's called Fun, where I exercise every day and I pay myself about $5 every day that I exercise. And when I finish the challenge, it's 90 days. That will go towards a fun activity for the family. So with all this, it should come up to approximately $675. And if you add this, this, and this, you get $1,234. And that's how I break it down. How I learned to, when I started, I should say, in November of 2019, and I'll show you what's the first sheet that I actually worked with, just to show you that nobody's perfect and you will decide what's best for you and how you're going to pay your bills, okay? And you can do like a summary right here. Spending $115, savings is approximately $175. Sinking funds is going to be $500, and then I'm not taking out for any of the bill expenses, so that should add up to $780. Okay? All right. Let me know if you have any questions about anything that I went over. This is just budgeting for the week, how I do it, how I budget. But when I first started, this is what my sheets look like. I pulled up a template. I started working with it. Some of the things, week 1, I was able to put away a total of $554. And nothing's going to look perfect when you first start doing it. Week 2, all that's outlined in blue I had to pay. These were already paid ahead of time. And it started to look a little bit neater. I was able to put away $1,058. Week 3, I was able to put away $1,513. And that's even with a small amount that I received in the check, because I'm contract, and if you don't work, you don't get paid. So basically you get paid for the hours that you work. And then this is 12/10, and 12/10 I decided to take out money for my mortgage. I did get paid a little bit more. It's a little bit over 60% of my income. That's okay, because I more look for my income to be less than 50, maybe between 40 and 50%. I'm really trying to lower that. But in week 4, I was able to put away $1,818, and that includes the savings challenge. And with that said, let's see here. And I want to say week 6, sorry about that. This is the one that just passed on 12/17. My utilities and everything, the one that we just went over. Week 6, $2,013, and that's not even 30 days, like 2 days shy of 30 days. So with budgeting, you really can start your savings journey, and it's so worth it. Even though this is new for me, this style, I really do like it. I don't do all cash, like I said. Mainly, like, my bills come out electronically. I've set that up over the last year, and it works easier for me. Again, you need to work with something that is workable for you is always a great thing. And again, being able to save that much was such a victory. It was phenomenal to see that. It made me really believe, like, okay, budgeting really does work. I used to see it as punishment, but now I see it as, this is the way that, you can really get a hold and control your money. And that way you can do more things, not only for yourself, but your family as well. And with that said, that is all that I have for you today. I want to thank you so much for watching. If this is something that helped you today, please comment down below. Also, stay tuned for my next video, which is how I set up my binders. and how I do my expenses, because I've learned that even though I've taken out expenses out of the sinking funds, it was better for me to wait till the end of the month because it just became overwhelming. But I'm going to go over that in the next video. So thank you so much. Have a great holiday. Be safe. Love you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.